We're going live. I'm just going to wait for people to hop on, and I'm trying to play around with the lighting. Whatever. As long as you guys can see me, it's not a big deal. Let's turn on Instagram. Hi, Liz. Good morning. Just getting Instagram on. As you hop on, would you please, if you are so inclined to share, type in the comments something that you want to manifest in your life, something that you want to create. Good morning, Instagram. We're going live on Facebook like we do every Saturday at 10:30 a.m. Eastern. And when you hop on, say hello, and please type in the comments something that you want to manifest in your life, something that you want to create, because today I'm going to be sharing with you one of my favorite exercises for manifesting what you want. And I've been doing this for decades. This one is one of my go-to exercises. So I'm going to share it with you today, piggybacking off of what we talked about last week. Last week we talked about how if you want to create something in your life, right, you've got to focus on that, not the lack of it. So if it's more wealth that you want, you don't want to focus on the fact that you don't have money. Thank you for sharing. Of relationship, that's a big one. So whomever else is on here, hi, please share something that you want to manifest in your life, that you want to attract into your life. I see everybody hopping on Instagram. I want to give you a couple seconds. So just to remind you, I'm here every Saturday at 10:30 a.m. Please invite your friends. Share this video. Let's get more people engaged over here with us in this positive Saturday sessions. Please, as I'm talking, throw up some hearts. I love Instagram. You're so good with hearts. Throw up hearts on Facebook as we're talking, just so that I know everybody's here. Also, it makes me feel good. So let's jump into the topic. Last week, we talked about the one thing that I always do, to achieve my goals. And that one thing is I visualize what I want, right? So when I was, let's say, transforming my body, to become a competitive bodybuilding athlete, I focused on that vision. I wrote about it. I visualized it. I talked about it, as opposed to focusing on the fact that I wasn't there yet. Same thing with money. When I didn't have as much of it as I needed to take care of my needs, I didn't focus on that. I focused on what it was going to feel like to actually be able to do those things that I wanted. That's where I put my attention. When I had the dream and the vision to travel and live all over the world, that's what I focused on, right? So I didn't constantly, talk about how much I, didn't like where I was living, and, that it was taking long, and I wanted to, start living that life. Last week I shared on here something that my husband and I used to do, right? So we wanted to live and travel all over the world, and we knew we wanted to be somewhere tropical in the beginning. So I would set the recorder, the DVR, to record all these House Hunters International, and then we would go through like once a week and sit down, right? And I'd scroll through, and anything that wasn't in the area that we were interested in living, I would delete them. And then we would just sit there and watch like all of these people looking at different houses and finding their home in all these different places, islands and things like that. Good morning, Alana. Good morning, Renee. So we would sit there and just watch all these different shows, and we'd be like, oh my God, that's what it's going to be like for us. And we want to live in that house. No, not that one, that. So we focused on that. Like we did that for like a year or two, right? And as we did that, Liliana says, hi, my daughter's watching. Oh, that's so sweet. We focused on that. And literally one day we woke up and we were like, holy crap, look what we're doing. We're now living on an island. It looks just like that house that we picked when we were watching House Hunter Internationals. So this is just kind of backing up and refreshing what we talked about last week. How if there's something happening in your life that you don't want, right, that is bringing you down, don't focus on it. Don't talk about it. Don't constantly tell people about it. Don't complain about it. Don't post all over Facebook about it. Just shift your focus to how you want it to be, right? And so that brings us to today's topic, which is, this is one of my favorite exercises to do. And like I said, I've been doing it for decades. So somebody already posted in here what it is they want to manifest. Can anybody else be brave enough and just type in the comments? What is it that you want to manifest in your life? What is it that you want to create? Hi, Renee. Throw up some hearts, guys. I want to see that you're on here. Those hearts make me feel so happy. So if you're brave enough, type in the comments. Is it more money? Is it financial freedom you want to manifest? Is it a committed relationship? Is it better health? Do you want to transform your body? Is it a new career? Whatever it is, think about it right now, okay? And I'm going to share with you something that works. And before we get into the exercise, I want to tell you, manifestation and visualization, whatever word, migraine-free life. So better health. Great. Migraine-free. I love that. All of that. Renee wants all of the above. I love that. So this is scientifically proven that the energy, that whatever we focus on, we create, right? So without getting scientific, you can look all this up. Quantum physics and all of that stuff. Science is finally supporting with what, I've been reading in books forever, that people wrote, a century ago, right? Think and Grow Rich and all those, so right now I'm reading the Bhagavad Gita. Right? So that's just one of those ancient texts that was already talking about this. And so finally we have science to support it. And for me, all I need is to do it. And I know it's working because I see it in my life. We can always get what we want. We just have to be freaking clear with it and work for it. I love it. And not only work hard for it, right? But that's one aspect. And I think a lot of people do feel like they're always working hard and trying to get what they want. But then why don't they get it? And it all comes down to focus. What are you focusing on? Okay, so this is, look at my pretty little pink notebook. And can you see this? I am so grateful for the fact that now I ... This is what I call, this is one of my gratitude journals, okay? I get up every morning, I sit down, I open it up, and I start to write. Now, what you write is matters, okay? So you have to start with this sentence. So write it down. I am so grateful for the fact that now so for someone who wrote on here that they want to attract a loving, committed relationship, then what you would write down is, I am so grateful for the fact that now I am in a committed, loving, supportive relationship, etc., etc., etc. Now, it's not enough that you just write this down. As you're writing it, you need to feel it. Okay. So as you're writing, I am so grateful for the fact that now I'm in a committed relationship, that now I'm sitting on the couch holding hands with somebody that I love, and we're doing this and we're doing that. Take yourself to that place, right? You're visualizing, you're being an active creator in your life, right? If you wake up every morning and say, I'm still single, all the good ones are taken, I'm too old, I'm never going to find anybody, that's exactly what your reality is going to continue to be. Okay, that's just a fact. Whatever you focus on, you attract more of into your life, right? So when I was working with people in fitness and health, one of the things I saw constantly when someone was coming to me to lose weight is they were so obsessed with the fact that they were overweight, right? So that was so ingrained, and every time they looked in the mirror, that is what they focused on. So one of the things that I would work on from the beginning with my clients was that visualization, right? Visualizing what you want. So if you're someone posted on here about migraines. So your journal, and you can have a different one for each thing. For me right now, I'm really focused on something that's related to my business, right? To the kind of business that I want to have and the clients I want to work with. So this journal, that's what I write in. Okay. So for the person on here who wrote that they want to get rid of the chronic migraines. So for you, that would look like, exactly, Alana. So for you, that would look like, I am so grateful for the fact that now I am migraine free, that I am pain free, that I wake up every day with, a clear head, that I go to bed every night, pain free. And, I'm so grateful for the fact that now I feel great, that now I feel healthy, that now those migraines are behind me. And start each sentence with that. I am so grateful for the fact that now What's important about this? You're already expressing gratitude for something that you want, right? Even if you don't have it now, you've got to be grateful for it so that you can attract it in. And you've got to use the words for the fact that, because that makes it a fact, right? So, when I talk to people about some of these exercises, they think, that's too easy. It's too easy to be true, and I challenge you to do it every single day for the next 30 days with something that you want, and see how your life starts to shift, right? See how different opportunities, speak it into the universe. Exactly. See how different opportunities start to come up for you. Okay. For me, I started doing something very similar to this with an imaginary checkbook. And I got that from one of my mentors, Esther Hicks. So a couple of years after I purchased my house, I started it wasn't an imaginary checkbook. I'm sorry. It was a real checkbook, like a register, where you write out that you made a deposit or that you made it, challenge accepted. I love it, Renee. Yes. Perfect. I challenge you all to accept this challenge. So I took this check register, and every single day, this was into a fake bank account, I made a deposit, right? And I immediately spent the money, right? So I wrote, okay, I'm depositing $1,000 today. And now I'm going to take that $1,000 and pay it towards my mortgage. And every day you added $1,000 more. So the next day I deposited $2,000, took that $2,000 and spent it on my mortgage. My goal was I wanted to have my mortgage paid off in less than 10 years. Now, when I was doing that exercise, I only had enough money to pay my regular mortgage payment. I didn't have extra income coming in that was going to make that happen. I kept that register and a new one for several years. My husband can attest to this. I wrote in that thing every day. A few years later, 4 or 5 years later, a few years later, I started a business, had no intention of selling the business, right? Grew it to a point where it was possible for me to sell it. And all of a sudden sold the business, got the money to pay off the mortgage. And I think that was like, it was less than 10 years. It was like 8 or 9. So, and I remember when we made that final payment, I was like, oh my gosh, there's my manifestation exercise. That's that checkbook I've been keeping for so many years. So some things don't happen overnight. Some things take time. Some things happen quicker. I manifested my husband in 2 days. I got really good at this, right? But I was really clear about what I wanted. And so this is one of the things. Somebody gave me an angry face. What was that? I hope that was an accident. Give me a heart. Hey, Instagram, you still with us? Hi, Alchemist. I love that. So Renee on here has already accepted the challenge. Is anyone else going to accept the challenge to start your, I am so grateful for the fact that now I have XYZ. If you're down for the challenge, type it in the comments and say, I'm taking the challenge. Do this for 30 days and see how things start to shift for you, and continue to do it. I don't mean do it for 30 days and just stop. As you heard with me, I continue to do it all the time. Alana says, I'll try. That's not committed, Alana. Come on. I always say if you have wishy-washy commitment, then you get wishy-washy results. Okay? I've been a coach now for 12 years, and I always know if somebody's going to succeed or they're not, because they're either all in or they're just a little bit in. If you're just a little bit in, you get a little bit of results, right? So I challenge you, if there's something that you want to manifest, that you want to create in your life, we have a new year coming up, right? Get ahead of it. Don't make it a New Year's resolution. Make it a life goal. I challenge you to commit to it. The simple fact of sitting down every day and focusing your energy and your thoughts on something positive that you want to create, just doing that, just having that moment. Yes, I'll take the challenge. Love it. Thank you, Instagrammers. Bella Limo. I love that. Thank you. Thank yourself, because you're going to be doing something really powerful for your life. Just spending that time with yourself, right? In that kind of meditative state where you are creating what you want to create is going to change your life in so many ways. This is something I do every single day. So start your day with that. Florina, I'm taking the challenge. Girl, I'm so excited. Liz, I'm in. I'm taking the challenge. Renee, yes, love it. Thank you for that. Check Renee, please. Everybody here is supporting each other, and everybody is like a cheerleader. So I love that. I love that. So for those of you who've accepted the challenge, I'm going to check in with you, okay? Do I have permission to check in with you? I really want to support you along the way and remind you that you are worth it, right? You are worth 5 minutes every day to sit down and focus on what it is you want to create. If you catch yourself in that moment where you're complaining about the thing that you don't have or the thing that's bothering you, just flip it. Take a minute and flip it. Say, oh, there I go again, because it's just a habit, and the good thing about habits is you can change them just by shifting, right, to something else and starting to do something else daily. So you can replace bad habits just by creating a new habit, and it becomes part of your routine after you just make a commitment to it every day. I have changed just so many bad habits in my life. Believe me, I've had many. So I know that you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. I'm not more special than any of you, right? So, and I'm going to tell you something. I have a big series coming out, a big interview series coming out at the end of October. You'll all hear about it. But for the past few weeks, I've been interviewing top experts from so many fields. I'm talking about top names, a lot. Some of them you're going to know, some will be new to you, but they all have a similar practice. They all have. This is not new stuff. Manifesting and visualization and thought control, quantum physics starting now. I love that. This is not new. This is not new. Okay, so it works. So take the challenge. I love you guys for being on here today and for engaging with me. I'm going to check in on those of you who said that you're taking the challenge. Also on Instagram, Bella Limo, I'm going to be checking on you as well. So thank you. I'm here every Saturday at 10:30. And also there's a link at the top of this on Facebook for anyone who feels really stuck right now. I'm offering a free clarity call. So that's a 30-minute free call with me. And there's a link right up at the top of this post that you can click on, and it will take you to my schedule. And we can chat and kind of just see where you are, see where you are and see what kind of breakthroughs we can begin to create for you in your life. That's what I love to do. I love to help people get unstuck. I like to help people move forward so they can achieve their goals, because I know how empowering it is. And I want that for you. Okay. So thanks for joining me. Throw up a couple hearts before you leave. If you can, if you're so inclined, please share this on your page so that we can reach other people. Ask one of your friends to take the challenge with you and see who can manifest faster, right? So I'll be here next Saturday at 10:30. Next week, I'm going to be in Palm Springs, California. So if I get oh my God, I love it. You're blowing me up with hearts and happy faces. So when I'm in Palm Springs next week, if I get a nice, pretty spot in the morning, I'm just going to go live off the cuff, okay? So I can show you guys where I am and tell you some of the stuff that I'm doing. I'm going to be in an awesome mastermind group with just hundreds of women and people who are trying to change the world. So I'm going to come back all fired up with something really good to share with you next Saturday. Okay? Share this on your pages, guys. Bye. I'll see you next Saturday. Much love. Peace to everyone. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye.